Maybe 2. Good morning. So I just left the Rain Lake access point, which is number 4 on your map. Heading through the Narrows here on Rain Lake before it opens up into a bigger body of water. It's late September, so early fall. You can probably see behind me the colors are starting to pop out. I'm kind of hoping as the weekend progresses along we'll start seeing more reds and orange. We'll have to see how that rolls. So today I am on my way to Moccasin Lake. It's been about 3 years since I've been out this way, so I thought to throw together a 4 or 5 night trip and see where she goes from there. I plan on going up Timberwolf and Misty and just do some exploring and hopefully some fishing here. I got 3 days left for trout fishing, so I'm gonna try and hook into a lake, or at least maybe out there on Timberwolf, and then come back this way and end up over at Islet Lake, because there's some pretty decent bass fishing over there after the 30th. When we get into October, we're gonna still bass fish. So that's my plan. I got going today at a decent time at 10:30. With the sun starting to set a little later, that's good. Oh, beaver dam. That's new from last time I was here. That motorboat behind me's got to watch for that. Hope you get lots of nice pretty footage of the foliage as it changes color. So here we go. It's my 6th trip this year already. Coming off a super long stint at Wabakimi, so I think that's why it took me so long to get back out again. I was just exhausted from that. Okay, not right. I'm at the end of Rain Lake, taking I think I said 310 into Sawyer. Still not quite. I thought there'd be more to it than this. Yeah, I'll spin it around. There's some of the fall colors coming in. There's still quite a bit of green here. Surprising for the end of September. Maybe we'll see some more red as we get further in to the park. Alright, there we go. That's a nice, quick, little, easy 310. And there is Sawyer Lake. Starting to see some of the red come in there. Beautiful. Canopy ahead of me is starting to get more red on it there as we get over near the end of Sawyer Lake there. This is a nice little lake. Quiet. I think it has either 5 or 6 campsites on it. Stayed here once. Feel nice. Here we are at the end of Sawyer. So this will be the, that was 450. That's 550. Huh. 550 in Jubilee. I think it's only 450. Whew. All right. So portage number 2 from Sawyer into Jubilee. A little bit more uphill, but getting to be a bit more scenic now. The colors, lots of bright yellow here now. I see. Beautiful. The sign of a fresh autumn. Camera can't capture the smell either. The smell is just, well, you know, it's got that, that smell, leaf foliage smell about it. Alright, so partway through Jubilee Lake. Just a small little lake. This is where I plan to spend night number 4. So I'm scoping some sites out as we go. I stayed here once before, like 3 years ago. I think I stayed at the site just over my shoulder here to the left. It's nice rocky outcropping. But I can see straight ahead of me the foliage. Oh, they're doing. Probably tell me to shut up. Okay. So on that note, I'll shut up. I think Jubilee's got like, I think it's got like 6 sites on it. But I haven't, like, besides one group on the island on Rain Lake, I haven't seen anybody yet in here. It is Thursday, so I expect Friday, Saturday, Sunday to be much busier in here with the weather that we're gonna get. So, and just up here around the corner will be my portage into Juan. So I've got 2 more portages and I'm in my lake. However, the one from Jubilee here into Juan is 450 meters, but it's got a substantial amount of hills, undulage. Undulage? Is that what you do? Yeah. Rolling hills, anyways, all the way through, just to make it much more fun. There's some nice little sights here on this little lake. Probably packed in summertime. All right, arriving at the 450. Jubilee into Juan. Nice and sandy. Joy likes that. Easy on the bottom of the canoe. Alrighty. We just finished up that 450 into Juan. As you can see, it's just a little 2-3 minute paddle right across, and the sign is right there in front of me. I think it's only 125 from that put out to the put in on Moccasin, and that is my destination lake for the night. So we'll make it there in good time. I was a little worried about making it there before dark, but I always worry too much. So we'll see you on the other side of the portage. All right, I'm on my destination lake here in Moccasin. I'm just at the kind of swampy beginning of it here after the portage, and it's just about to open up in front of me here. And then there is 2 campsites here, and I don't know if the other one's taken or not. I'll find out if I have company tonight when I get there. But I've never stayed on this lake before. I've gone all the way through to Bandit, so I look forward to giving her a go. I'm just hoping that the site I go to has a grill. I got a steak for tonight, and I don't have a grill. I think the sites are just coming up here. Anyways, I'll get right back to you as soon as I got my site set up. I was just out here for a early evening troll. I'll have to go back and start making dinner soon, but over here there's a pair of loons, and it looks like a parent and a little one. And the little one's making some weird noises, and it looks like it's severely undersized for what I would imagine they're supposed to be this time of year. It was like crying like something was wrong with it. They wouldn't let me get close enough either, of course, to take a look. I hate to see if there's like fishing line or something wrapped around it, but I couldn't tell. Okay, so I'm on the portage between Muslim and Winona. So this is what I like to do. I double carry all my stuff, and not only does it give you a chance to recharge to bring your next pack over, you're not all worn out, but it gives you you can see behind me, a chance to actually take a look at the forest and how beautiful it is. Especially this time of year, like the colors are coming in real nice, and yeah, it might add, depending on how far you're going, hour or so to your total travel time. But if you leave yourself lots of time, I don't know, this is what I like to do, especially traveling solo. I don't want to have to feel like I'm busting my butt to get all my gear to one side and just get going. So this is kind of my routine, especially when I'm by myself. You can be walking down, it's just full of rocks here. And to make sure that I enjoy the journey. That's why I'm here. Not so much always the destination, but it's the journey to get there. And yeah, it's grueling and arduous sometimes, but when you get to see scenery like this, you don't see that every day, especially Algonquin Park in the early spring, I guess you'd say. So September 29th, I think, is the day today. So yeah, this is what people would call back home probably late spring, late fall. This is early fall here. And just, you take a look up at the canopy, it's just, the colors are just starting to really pop. Oh, here's a real nice tree right here. Hope that doesn't make you too nauseous. Anyways, I thought I'd give my two thoughts to why I do this. And the reason why I walk back and forth. So we'll see you on the other side of the portage. Alrighty, so I'm now on Muslim Lake, headed up to the 1,000-meter portage into Misty. And from Misty be I think just a quick paddle into another 800-meter portage into Timberwolf, and then picking a campsite. Got mine on an island. We'll see what the wind does. It's been pretty calm so far, but I'm not sure if you can hear that. It's slightly starting to pick up now, but it's getting to be 10:30-ish, so now would be the time that the wind starts to prevail. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's just supposed to be light and variable for the next 3 days anyway, so we'll have to wait and see. Oh, and in case you're wondering about this lake here on Muslim, there's 0 campsites. So this is just a blow through lake. Not even any fish marked on it, so. Beautiful colors. All right. Oops. Now check out the foliage on this portage. Beautiful. Lots of colors. There's a leaf litter already. This is a 1,000 meter between Muslim and Misty. So this will be a bit of a haul and get on the lake. Just beautiful. Okay, so I've made it on to Misty now, and we're creeping up on noon, so I got a little shore hugging to do here till I get over to there's a portage over here about 800 meters into Timberwolf. Decided I'm going to do that instead of paddle all the way around, even though it's a shorter, wings kicking up, even though it's a shorter 120 portage in, it's a kind of gotta go all the way around. Not a big deal, could do it if I wanted to, got less time, but I think today I'm going to take the more direct route, take the portage in, and then come out the other way tomorrow when I leave Timberwolf again. But first things first, let's go find the portage into Timberwolf. Oh boy, so I'm into the early, I wouldn't say early evening. Well, I guess it would be here now because it's almost 4:30ish. Late afternoon, whatever. Out for a troll here on Timberwolf. It's supposed to be good for lake trout. However, I'm claiming to be a pro at catching lake trout in the fall, let alone lake trout anytime. I'm just trolling a blackie silver deep diver, maybe 20 feet down. The water still seems fairly warm, so 20-25 feet down. I guess I'll find out if I find any. I'm not sure what you can see in behind me still. It's a pretty lake. Lots of trees, lots of the deciduous ones, the leaves changing, mixed in with the evergreens. It looks awesome. Looks very peaceful. I guess that's why you come here in the first place, isn't it? Let's gonna head back first, make some dinner, but the wind can just completely die, and I had to sit here and just listen. Completely silent. Where or when can you go when you can get this solace, I guess is what you call it. It's just quiet. Well, unreal. Besides a couple loons, there's nobody here. Again, no wind, no nothing. So quiet. All right, we got one. I was just about to quit. Should see it soon. Oh. That's a laker. Got him. Woo! We're not skunked. There we go. Holy, he's full of life. Oh, he's a little skinny. Wouldn't mind something a little bit bigger if I was going to eat it. You know what? I got stuff to have. He's going to live to see another day. Nice fish though. There he goes. Right on. Awesome. Worried about him there for a second. I love to catch a fresh fish and eat it, but I got plenty of food. We'll let him get a little bit bigger. Right on. No skunkage. Timberwolf delivers. All right, it's that time of night, I guess. Got another one on. Awesome. I think he's even smaller than the one before though. Definitely eatable. If I had both, I would have had a meal. Oh well, we'll let them go. I have lots of food, like I said. Number 2. Nice. Yeah, this one maybe be a pound and a half. So, catch a nose on a Panther Martin, number 9. Now I don't want to stop. Sun's almost down. Good morning from day number 3 here out on Timberwolf Lake now. Today's going to be a bit of a semi-relaxed rest day for me. I'm just skipping over to Misty to spend the night there. So it's got to head through a little narrows here. And then head west, I believe, and check out a slew of campsites and see what's available. Being it's so nice out, the only thing I'm worried about is, well, not worried. The only thing I'm just thinking about is there could be a plethora used up because Misty's a pretty busy lake on weekends where you can get out for a quick weekend. So we'll see how that goes. But as you can see behind me, like, why wouldn't you be out here today? So I'm going to do a little bit of trolling before I leave Timberwolf here. And like I said, there's no rush to get over to Misty. It'll probably take half an hour max. And then just find a site. So yep, good morning. Day 3. September 30th, last day of trout fishing. Unbelievable weather. Unbelievable. And slept like a baby last night again. Anyways, to another great day out in Algonquin Park. Okay, so this little section of, I guess you'd call it river or marshy wetland, which you use to leave on an alternate route out of Timberwolf into Misty Lake. It's kind of neat. And I'm glad there's still water in here. Not a whole lot, but enough to paddle. There should be a small little portage coming up. Only 120, and that's it for today, so that's perfect. Then we'll be into Misty Lake. There we go. This will be where Timber Wolf ends and the quick 132 Misty starts. It's a pretty area. I like this. Okay, what's cool sometimes, taking a different route. This here is at the end of Timber Wolf and the Misty. We got some waterfalls. They kind of stretch all the way up there. I'll get some better footage when I walk back up that way, but it's pretty cool. I just heard some running water. I did not expect this. It wasn't marked on the map. So I'll tape some in a second and let you get a good view of it. Really pretty here. Nice, crisp and cool this morning. I just hope there's water over there. It looks really marshy. Okay, here we go. Good afternoon from Misty Lake. Just out on a, well, I would say mid-afternoon troll. I believe it's a little too sunny to have any hits now. I kind of figured I came out a little too early, but why not? Once again, this lake is just speckled with color. Probably see over my shoulder there. Lots of color. Gorgeous day, and for September 30th, which is the last day of trout season, I'm gonna guess it's probably around 24, 25 degrees up here. It's hot. The guy even went for 2 swims today. This is quite the weather for this time of year. But then again, it's too hot for trout in the afternoon. The water's nice and cold, but they're not going to come near the surface, I don't think, with this much sunshine. Out for the night bite. Got nothing this afternoon. Decided to have some dinner, then come out, take a try at. It's about 6. The sun looks like I got about maybe an hour left or so before it hits the horizon. So it might even be a bit early yet. I'm gonna keep going for a bit here. This is about the time of day last night that they bit over there on Timber Wolf. So we'll see how she goes. If not, it's been a nice, relaxing day. Alright, well, good morning from day 4. It's getting close to 7:30. It's a little bit more overcast than I thought it was going to be today. I think it rained about 5 o'clock in the morning, but nothing appears wet, so that's good. Got most of my stuff packed up. Gonna have a cup of coffee and the regular old oatmeal dinner, or dinner, breakfast, and be on our way. I don't suspect it'll be overly tough, although I say that now. There's a 900 and 1800 meter, oh sorry, 900 and 800 meter portage over to the Moccasin Lake, where I looped back around where the trail started off. Beautiful portage here between Misty and Little Misty. Lots and lots of color first thing in the morning. Nice and cool. Alright, so portage complete. And now this is Little Misty. Should be about a half an hour till I get to my next portage and then I start heading south again. Alright, I was getting a little worried there. I wasn't going to be able to find this portage because everything is so mucky and hard to spot. But here it is. And I do know how I'm going to get out. Looks like over here is the best option to my left. It still doesn't look very pleasant. Oh boy. Oh, this is just... Oh, alright. Well, maybe I'll keep this running while you're watching. Stinks. I wonder if I can step up on that. There. Oh boy. That's mucky. Always make sure if you're gonna get some footage of you dragging to make sure your GoPro is pointing the right direction. Holy yuck. This just reeks in here. Remember that soup part? Alright, I'm on a appears to be freshly built beaver dam. On the portage it says you can skip between pond and moccasin. And I'm going to attempt to there's not super angry beaver around here. Tree's cut. All right, and portage averted. Oh, I do have a wet foot. Okay, so now I'm back on moccasin here. This is the loop part of the trip, I guess. So I'm back to where I camped on my first night. So you see most of this coming in here already. I'm gonna camp on Jubilee tonight, and then if anything happens on the way to Jubilee, I'll tape it, of course, but if not, it's just all the... Well, hello, late afternoon, day 4, Jubilee Lake, out for a troll. I don't know if there's any fish in this lake or not. I've been around it. It's supposed to be bass, but I catch a bunch of weeds. I'm not sure about some of these Algonquin lakes anymore. They've been fished pretty hard, I think. This is a small lake too, for 6 sites. Looming overcast, as you can see over top of me. This is supposed to be a bright sunny day of 26 when I first left, and I'm gonna say it's lucky to be 20-ish. It's not raining, at least not yet, so we'll have to see what happens here. I think tomorrow the wind is, or tomorrow, later tomorrow, Tuesday, the wind is supposed to pick up. So this cat is gonna kibosh the islet camp for tomorrow and just head home. All right, good morning. Day 5, just through the little narrows here in Jubilee. So now we're just gonna make our way down Sawyer Lake and into Rain, and then the long paddle down Rain. You can tell the wind's starting to pick up a little bit, so we'll have to see what I get into when I get down that way. But we'll make it one way or another. Alright, so I've made it to Rain Lake. I'm right beside the big island that leads into the bigger body of water. You probably can't hear, I pulled into a little bay, but there's a reason I left early this morning. It's at 9:30ish and there's already a pretty strong prevailing headwind. I even had to break out the double bladed here to get down this, so I'm going to get a move on before there's whitecaps out on this big body of water. It's not very long, but then once we get to the narrows, it's just a wind tunnel. There's not a whole lot of chop, so we'll see from there. But this might be my sign off, so I hope you liked the video. We had a great time, saw awesome fall colors, caught some trout, had some great campsites, some good meals, and just a great old time here in the 4 nights you get to Algonquin Park in the fall. Forget the Highway 60 corridor. Like, come into the backcountry, even a lake or two, and you will find nothing but beautiful colors everywhere this time of year. So if you liked my video, please subscribe, like, and please comment down below. I appreciate it. And if you join my subscriber list, you'll be one of 18 people. Well, maybe there'll be 20 by the time I get back and get some service. You never know. Anyways, thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now I'm going to go battle this headwind. Wish me luck.